This is going to be my weekly makeup basket. If you're a new subscriber and you've never seen one of these before, really fast, all I've done is I've went through my makeup collection, I've picked out a couple things that I want to wear for this coming week, and that not only saves me time in the mornings, but it really helps me focus in on certain products that I'm trying to use up, whether it be in a project pan or a seasonal project like Finish 7 by Spring. So I've had to recently, I've been switching things around with how I apply the makeup to my face. Normally I start out with my face products, but I've been putting my eye products on first. So let me start with those. First off, I use an eye base. Sometimes it's a colored one, sometimes it's one like this. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this one is in Cottage Cheese. You can see it looks like it's white, but it does have like this shiny kind of silver sheen to it. It's kind of iridescent. It's this one right here, the skinny one. Or I also have this other one here. This is a Maybelline Color Tattoo. This one's in the shade Cool Crush. I used this last week. Today when I was getting ready, I don't know if you're going to be able to see there, but I hit pan. You can see it right there, right in the middle. So this one is sort of a duochrome one. This one has, it's like a light frosty blue, but it has pink and purple shifts to it, so that is the Cool Crush Color Tattoo. And the cool thing about this NYX Jumbo Pencil, I can switch off between these two. I actually used them both today, but I can use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in my waterline too if I wanted to. So I have these two for my bases. My eyeshadow palette this week is obviously going to be the Lorac Pro, but I'm not only using this, I also pressed some of my MAC pigment. So I'll put these shadows down first, and then over the top of them, it's what I did today. I have these 4 MAC pigments right here that I pressed earlier. It turned out nice. I used them over the top of the Lorac shadows. So there's those 4. I think they came out of a holiday collection. I think it's been 2 years now, I want to say. But anyway, here are some swatches of them. They've got some crazy shine. It's these 4 right here. So there's 2 neutral ones and then 2 kind of pinky purpley ones. I used these 2 today, and then I used this kind of, I don't know, champagne shade all over, like in the front part of my eye. But I'm really excited about these. I've never pressed any pigments before, but I think they turned out nice. I got these pans from Rory from Vegas Vixen. I'll link her down in the description box below in case you're curious, but I just cut a magnet for the back and they turned out beautiful. So I've had those loose pigments for a while now, and I just don't reach for them because they're loose and they're messy, but when they're in this pressed form, they're just stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so excited to be playing with those. I have 2 eyeliners here. This first one, this is only used in the waterline. You could use this as an eyeshadow base, but I've got plenty of those for this week. Anyway, this is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Kohl Kajal waterproof eyeliner in nude. So I just put it in the waterline. It brightens up my eyes. I have it in my waterline today. I have the majority of everything on my face today, just so you know. And then this other one, this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion, and this is super crazy black. So I do like this not only for the waterline, but also on the upper lash line too. For my mascaras, I have the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara sample, and this is a pretty nice mascara. It has a slight bend to the wand, and the bristles on here really do remind me of the Benefit They're Real mascara. I stabbed myself in the eye with it today, and it definitely reminded me of the Benefit They're Real. So there's that guy, and then I also have this little Clinique, what is this called? The Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. So it has this little teeny baby wand that's about the size of, you know, my pinky nail. It's really small. So I use that just on the bottom lash line, and that allows me to get every last little eyelash down there. For my eyebrows, I went back to an old faithful. This is my Maybelline Master Shape by Eye Studio in the shade Deep Brown, and this is a really great eyebrow pencil. It's very taupey. That is a swatch of it right there. It doesn't really have much of any red in it whatsoever. And then over the top of that, I have my Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in Granite. This just makes sure everything is cool on the eyebrows and it's not warm at all. I have a face primer. I haven't had one in here in a while, but this is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. I got this, I want to say last summer sometime. I finished up a bunch of samples and then I went out and purchased this guy. This was only $20, so this is a really nice size for the price. There is a little bit on the back of my hand, and I just wanted to show you really quick how luminous this makes your skin look. It really does brighten up the skin, and I think it just looks gorgeous and glowy. So I can put this down underneath my foundation, or I can mix this in with my foundation. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in Nude. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I'm mixing it in with this MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This has an SPF of 15, and this is in the shade NW10. So these two mixed together, it's perfect, I feel like. I think that combination really works well together. And then I have two concealers as well. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This one's in NW15, and this is a really thick, brightening concealer. I like to put this right at the inner corner of my eyes, so that is what that one looks like. It's a really deep pot. These look like they're eyeshadows, but it's much deeper than the eyeshadows. And then I also have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is getting pretty low. I'm probably gonna have to cut this open soon. For my face powder, I have the Physicians Formula Powder Palette, and this one is in the shade Buff, so I do like this one. It's pretty sheer. It's not translucent, but it's pretty sheer, so it's a very light coverage. For my bronzer, I have a little NARS Duo here. It has a little mini of the Laguna bronzer, as well as, this one's the Laguna bronzer, this one's the Orgasm blush from NARS. And let me give you a little swatch of this because I'm planning to use some of one of these shadows from the Lorac Pro palette as my bronzer. Oh, I just put lotion on, so this is gonna be an interesting swatch. So that is the Laguna bronzer right there. As you can see, I really like this bronzer. I think it's quite universal. It's not very warm. It's pretty cool and neutral. Probably more neutral than cool, I would say. So it's a really nice bronzer. And the shade out of the Lorac Pro palette is the taupe shade, and I have to be careful with this one because it looks a little muddy when it's on my skin for some reason, so I just have to be careful with it. I've been using it as my contour, so I'll put it in the back of my contour. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. There we go. So this is the taupe shade out of the Lorac palette, and then this is the NARS Laguna bronzer. It takes a lot of blending to get this taupe shade to work on my skin and not look muddy. Even on the back of my hand it's looking kind of muddy. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, for my blush, I have two of them. I like to do two because I can put one further back that's a little bit darker and one in the front and kind of blend them together so there's sort of a gradient effect on my cheeks. So the one blush that's going to be towards the back is the Clinique blush in Cupid. There is a swatch of Cupid right there on the back of my hand. It's pretty, it's like a dark blush, but it's still bright at the same time. And then the other blush that I'll be using is going to be this MAC blush in Well Dressed, and I haven't played with this one in a little while. I haven't really played with any of my MAC blushes for a little bit, so that's what's going to be on the front of my cheeks. And let me see if I can get you a swatch that's not over that primer. So, okay, there we go. So that is Well Dressed down here towards the bottom, and the one on the top was that Clinique blush. So they're both on my cheeks. I really like this blush. If you're fair, check out Well Dressed from MAC. And then I have my highlighter as usual. I can show it to you guys this time because I just did my update for the Finish 7 by Spring. But this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Let me get a little swatch here. Soft and Gentle is swatched right there. Super pretty. I love this stuff. I can't get enough of it. It's all over the face 95% of the time. I use it on my cheekbones, down the center of the face, under the eyebrows, as an eyeshadow, everywhere. It's a lovely product. And then I do have some lipsticks here to talk about. I think I'm gonna do the nude lip thing this week. So this first one, this is the little mini Buxom lipstick in Nudist. I just have a little bit left of this, so I'm trying to use this guy up super fast. So it has a slight sheen to it. It's not matte. You know, this formula is not my favorite, I have to say. So that is a swatch of Nudist right there. It almost looks patchy on the lips. It looks 1,000 times better with the gloss over it or with chapstick underneath. The other lipstick is the L'Oreal Ferris Nude. This is number 800. This is a beautiful shade. I really like this one. It's a little bit darker than the Buxom one. And I am having a terrible time trying to swatch this for you. So there's Ferris Nude right there. So like I said, it's just a little bit darker. These look nice together, actually. They're pretty nice paired together. So there's that. And then I do have a lip gloss that I can put over either one of those. This is the Essence lip gloss in the shade Nude Kiss. This is one of their triple XL lip glosses. There is a swatch of the gloss there, and then the lipsticks are right here so you can see how nice it looks over them. I do have some of the Buxom lipstick. Well, I have a little bit of all three of them on my lips, so there's that. And then for my perfume, I have a little mini one that I like to keep in my purse. I didn't get around to this one last week. This is the Juicy Hollywood Royal perfume, so I just keep this one in my purse. And my main perfume is going to be the Kat Von D Saint perfume. This smells heavenly. I am so sad that this was discontinued. I was going to sell this because this was in the original packaging and sealed and everything, but I decided just to break it open and use it because I loved it so much. But anyway, that is my weekly makeup basket. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.